Hello, I'm Fausto Botelho broadcasting from Brazil, and today we're going to take a look in the S&P, and we're going to compare the S&P with the gold price, and then we're going to take a look in Bitcoin that seems to be ready to take off. And that might be the reason because all the alts are performing so bad. So, shall we? Let me just change to Enfoque here. And first, let's take a look in the S&P chart. Weekly chart now, where we can see that we're probably going to test this resistance trend line here that comes from the top of September last year. Will it break? No, I don't think so. And I have strong evidence saying so. I've talked about that in the channel already many times. But, well, we have so far 3 upward movements that would make waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Elliott. So the movement it's complete in that sense. We had a double top, which is probably going to be called a triple top, actually. And we broke this resistance trend line. And so we're ready to start going down to first Fibonacci level, which would mean 30% from today's price. That would mean 38%. But we have a very strong support at 2,000. So I think we're heading to 2,000 now in the first instance. That will be a 32% drop. Now, what I want to show you is the gold price, which is right here, and here. So this is the it's not what I meant to. This is the gold price. And I think we're having a very important indication in the gold price because it is giving us this week a very strong indication that it is starting a bull market. I think we can consider that into a huge bottom, call it inverted head and shoulders if you like. And if that's the point, we're talking about the gold price going up some, we're going to project this, 1,800, which would mean a upward movement of 32%. But what I want to show you now, as we've seen the S&P, I want to show you the gold price indexed by the Dow Jones. Yeah, so here we go. Whenever this whenever this chart is going down, it means that gold is underperforming the Dow Jones. And whenever it goes up, sorry, some water here. The opposite, right? Gold is outperforming the Dow Jones. So there has been this trend of underperforming, gold underperforming the Dow. And now, so far, we have broken this resistance trend line, and the chart has produced us clearly a inverted head and shoulders, which we could also project from here to here and would lead us to this exact next resistance level here. That would mean the gold prices would outperform the stock markets 13% from now on. But we also could draw Fibonacci lines, which I've driven here, from the top to the bottom and imagine that a 50% retracement would take place, sorry, a 0.382 retracement, first Fibonacci level retracement would take through. So that would mean gold outperforming the Dow Jones, the stock market index, in 43%. So what I'm saying is basically that one should sell stocks and buy gold. That's basically what these charts are saying. Because gold is, technically speaking, in the eve of starting to outperform the stock markets. Well, so that means gold is going up and the stock markets are going down. No, not necessarily. They both could go down, but gold would go less than the stock markets. Or they both could go up, but then gold would go up more than the stock markets. So this is it for the stocks and gold. I'm heading to Bitcoin now, and I'm showing you the chart, preferably, right? Well, so this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. No, not yet. Now we got the weekly chart. I am deleting these first upward movement and starting to think in terms of the big bull trend when Bitcoin was at $5. So we had so far wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would be starting wave 5. And looking at this chart, it seems that the prices are picking up. We're gonna be meeting $10,000 soon, and my idea is that there's a good chance for Bitcoin to break it, and if it does, it's gonna be encountering maybe some free space to travel. The reason I think we might be starting another bull market like this one. Let me show you down back here in the daily chart. Well, from the bottom of 3,000, we made what I think it was a inverted head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. And from then on, we started a first upward movement composed by waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so far, now, I think we have had let's pick this one here, this color, and so far we've had A, B, C, and now we're starting another upward movement, which will be composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well, right? But when we get out of this daily chart and go into the hourly chart, we see that actually we're clearly having a ascending triangle. So let me just point to you that that's the daily chart. That's the accumulation we're seeing, sort of a flag. And when we go to when we lower the time frame and go to the hourly chart, we see an upward, an ascending triangle. So I think we're on the verge of seeing these resistance being broken, and Bitcoin heading to $10,000. If we project these ascending triangle, we would do it by gathering its height and projecting it upwards. So that would lead us to 9,900 or very close to 10,000. We're probably going to be hitting 10,000, and it remains to be seen what's going to happen. But I think there's a good chance for Bitcoin to just break this level, and then where to, Fausto? Well, we have to go back to the daily chart and take a look in the and look left, as the military do. Look left. So there's this top in 10,000, and then there's other tops in around 12,000 here. February, March last year, 2018, we so far had these tops, and we also had these lows in December 2017. So around 12,000, there's a huge resistance too. There's this area of resistance, range of resistance here from 11,600 to 12,000. So eventually, I think Bitcoin might pass by 10,000 and go straight to that level. Let's wait and see what happens. So if you enjoyed seeing the video, please give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.